Parappa the Rapper had been out for a couple years, Konami was like, what the frickin' crap, let's make a rhythm game. And they dropped Beatmania in 1998, but it was only ever released in arcades in Japan. Beatmania was like a DJ club sort of setup. It was like a turntable and you had to press buttons and scratch at the same time. But the second game in the series was called Dance Dance Revolution. Fuck. Dance Dance Revolution, or as the common people call it, DDR, quickly became super popular in Japan because games like this weren't abnormal in the land of the rising sun. The rhythm game genre was already popping over there. But the Big K wasn't sure if American audiences would be as stoked on DDR as Japan was, because typically the US maybe wasn't as open to quirky games like a dating simulator or a game where you literally spank a fake pair of butt cheeks and put your fingers inside the asshole. I couldn't make this shit up even if I wanted to. The American version was way behind on the gajillion different mixes Japan had already come out with for DDR. Like, look at this list of DDR games. Second mix, third mix, dreams come true, best of cool dancers? What am I playing right now? Fucking loser lame rod dancers? And it was the same thing on the PS1. By the time America got shit like DDR and DDR Disney Mix in 2001, Japan already had stuff like Dancing State featuring True Kiss Destination. What the fuck? People that never danced a second in their life would walk in and push their glasses up on their nose like a goddamn anime character in AAA Butterfly on Heavy, like it was nothing. I stole money from my parents' business so I could go down to the coat and play DDR. That's the power this game had over me. It made me sin. If you owned one of the American DDR games on PS2 and you had some shitty foldable pads at home, congratulations, you are now captain of the football team with the biggest titties. It turns out the DDR in the United States was just another passing fad, and sure enough, every developer was trying to latch on to the rhythm game explosion to find out what the next big game was gonna be. SingStar, Donkey Konga, MC Grooves, Dance Craze? They just put a Z immediately after a V. Cause fuck you, we're Mad Cats. Last time I checked, we made the wiener controller. I think we can do whatever the fuck we want. Clothing. It's what separates Mario from Luigi. Man from beast. Beast from beast. And beast from man again. When he turns back into a man. I now have plus -2 self-confidence points in my ability to record this video in 90% camouflage in the depths of hell. You stupid bitch. But if you're like me, you're probably just gonna wear whatever you think will make you the prettiest girl at prom, because that's way more fun. Fashion Souls, formerly known as Bloodborne, is the perfect example of this. The stats on the different items of clothing are all similar, so PvP is really just a beauty pageant between you and the fellas. And me being the big Halo fan that I am, you can imagine my disappointment with Halo 5. Not the gameplay, I'm actually a fan. But the clothing, armor, whatever, what the hell happened? Reach let you customize nearly everything, and most of it looked bonerific. It felt good to save up credits earned by just playing the game to make your guy look cool. But all Halo 5 lets me do is pick from a bunch of stupid armor presets that all look like shiny plastic action figures that I have to get from random loot box rec packs. Stupid. Oh, I'm sorry, it looks like my stupid alarm is going off again. And that brings me to the coolest, most sickest ass baller, Kobe, thing ever invented by God. Loot boxes, rec packs, crates, whatever the hell you want to call them. Baseball cap. Alright, sick. Jean jacket, dope. Gym shorts, right on. Sick. Cool. Why should my virtual fashion sense and camouflage in PUBG be determined by a game of Yahtzee in cyberspace? Leave the gambling to the scratch tickets purchased for kids outside my local gas station. But keep it out of my goddamn video games. Why do all the blue shells hit me in the ass? Cause I wasn't first, but now I'm in last. Racing is a simple enough concept to understand. You know, my dad walks in the room, looks at the screen, sees a big ass number on it, hears some vroom vroom car sounds. He's gonna be like, Jacob, I thought I said no video games in my house. Double Dash is my personal favorite Mario Kart for a variety of reasons. The levels, Baby Park. The roster, Baby Park. The music, Baby Park. We got customizable carts now. We on some 200cc F-Zero light speed shit. We got music that matches the pacing of the levels. And we got Pink Metal Peach for some reason. That's not a character I'm familiar with in the lore of Mario Kart. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I miss a fan novel about the legend of gold, pink, rose gold? Go to hell, Metal Peach. Plus it's on the Switch, so you can pop those Joy-Cons off and race whoever the hell you want at a second's notice. Assuming your dad is cool with it. There are a lot of video games. Look at all these video games. Whose game is it anyways? Whether you like Rugrats or Harry Potter, semi-trucks, or shooting non-specific terrorists in the face, there's something out there for you. And the main verb commonly associated with video games is play. E.g., Jeremy is playing video games. He's not eating them, he's not fucking vaping them, he's playing them. Maybe at one time I did want to play them, but much like the musical instruments in my personal health in my videos, tastes change. My appetite for the cyber world is constantly evolving as I continue to learn more and more about what I like and what I have absolutely zero patience for. Boo! At any rate, what I'm very poorly trying to say is that I think it's interesting that you can appreciate and love a video game without actually wanting to play it, and apparently I thought that was worth sitting on this ball for. I'm being stupid again, aren't I? I'm being stupid. God damn it! Twitch has blown up in the past couple years, and I don't think it's just because people watch competitive Shrek Super Slam or speedruns of the Cheetah Man, as sick as the Cheetah Man is. The best example of this, personally, for me is The Witcher 3. I played it 3 times because The Witcher 3. I really gotta cut it out with this stupid shit. Alright, gentlemen, we need to make more money this fiscal year to stay on the up and up. Our charts and graphs here show that the Call of Duty games seem to still sell pretty well. It's a safe bet if we just dump some more money into that, make another one of those, make another fun Call of Duty. In short, Valve has fuck you money. Actually, they have fuck me money, because they have so much goddamn money, they can practically get whoever they want to have sex with them. And I'm not sure how sex with an entire company works on the physics side of things. I don't know if you do them like one at a time or if it's like a metaphysical sort of thing, but you get what I'm trying to say. We finally got this. Jesus Christ. There's no footage right now because it's obviously just a green screen, but I can imagine how underwhelming of a wet towel it's gonna be to see that fucking card game logo. A sick-ass card game to cash in on current trends that have already proven to make a lot of money? God damn it, Valve! Navigating the Xbox One dashboard is a stuttery, slow, and confusing experience that makes you wonder if all the UI designers at Microsoft are actually just blind cats. Meow! Going between panels, selecting the different icons on the billions of different screens riddled with advertisements, opening up the menagerie of submenus to try and find a way to ask a friend if they also want to off themselves. It all feels like a slow, stuttery wedgie that you're receiving at 15 frames per second. The weapon wheel was an amazing innovation in console gaming because it gave you a lot of options very quickly to save you time. But how about we pause the entire game to show you a weapon wheel? Just like, what the fuck? Why? Hey Mafia 3, your art looks pretty cool. Good job. I'm really happy you're forcing me to slowly transition through all of it so I could change the fucking graphics settings. Why did you hide the feature to vote on the next map under a button press in this game? Most of the kids playing your game can't even fucking read, so of course no one ever fucking votes. Looking at this screen makes me think that at some point in time there was this big accident, and what I'm looking at now is the PTSD riddled afterbirth of whatever happened. I feel physical pain when I look at this. Hulu is a pile of ass play. To start, you have this loud ass greeting that's louder than the swan song of a dying rat. Just shut the fuck up. And then you get to this page with some giant ass fonts and pictures that are constantly struggling to catch up with you. And then you're like, oh, I want to watch that one show that was the show that I was watching before. So you go over to the keep watching tab. But then Hulu is like, suck turds, kid, and never shows the most recent show you were watching, but instead some random ass shit you watched like 5 months ago, or maybe a show that you've never even watched. And when the episode of a long series you're watching ends, fuck auto-playing the next one and skipping the credits like Netflix. You're gonna see it. You're gonna look. You're gonna watch, you're gonna find out who made this show! Moon Gravity and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 that lets you dick flip into the cosmos as if your skateboard was engineered at SpaceX by Elon Musk himself. And my personal favorite, CJ Phone Home. I probably only would have put in half the time I did into San Andreas if it didn't have this cheat. I just like flying through the air on a bicycle. Sue me, see if I care. Sustain, overruled. Turning on blood in the first Mortal Kombat game when mommy goes to sleep because you're a naughty little boy. Entering the name Justin Bailey in Metroid to see Samus in her pink leotard because guess what? You're still naughty. Who run the world? Moms. Who run the world? Mommy. Moms are like actual superheroes. Life straight up does not exist without them, yet they are nowhere to be seen in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yo, what the flip? They deal with their bodies transforming. They deal with childbirth. They deal with milk coming out their titties. They deal with not sleeping. They deal with your bitch ass complaining about how you didn't get a Lego set for your 7th birthday. Bitch, do you know how expensive Legos are? What's your credit score? What's your credit score? But you have any established credit? No, because you're 7 years old. Now shut the fuck up and give your mom a hug. The only reason you're even watching this dumbass video right now is because some badass lady decided to carry your goofy butt in her body for the shittier part of a year before blasting you out in the most painful way possible. And my mom did that 8 times. 8 times! And you might be thinking, well, that was her choice. Yeah, you goofy bitch, it was her choice because Janiqua is a goddamn superwoman who chose to be generous with her gift of granting life to these beautiful children who all suffered from severe acne at some point. And do you know where mommies are needed most, other than everywhere, all the time? Video games, you Daffy Duck looking bitch. I asked Twitter who some of the best mommies in video games are, and apart from a handful of good examples, most video game moms are typically pushed to the background and forgotten, or they're just plain fucking awful. Red's mom and Pokemon's motherly instinct must have just got fucking lost in the tall grass. Hey lady, your son is 11 years old. Maybe don't let him run off to fight fucking water dinosaurs with an electric rat because it said so on TV. Sephiroth's mommy? Some freak-ass alien twink that you gotta fight like 60 times. The Binding of Isaac mommy who just wants to do sweet things with you, like murder you. That's so cute. Oh, dinner's ready, Sora's mom? Dinner's ready? Oh, that's so perfect. Because your son is gone. Dinner is gone. I am professionally known as Mommy in the competitive Counter-Strike scene. So if you come across me on the battlefield, know 3 things, you goofy son of a bitch. I protect my little girls. I buy gifts for my little girls. I will find you, and I will kill you. There are many 2-word combinations that strike fear in the hearts of video game players. Game over, you died, final round, Ganondorf. But none are quite as skin-crawling as the repugnant and depraved water level. Ooh. So from a designer's point of view, the addition of a water level in a game like this is actually super impressive. It switches up the gameplay formula to keep things fresh. You got a balance going up and down now. There's new enemy types. Usually the music is really pretty. But from a player's point of view, a water level is seen as, why are we not on land anymore? I don't know how to swim. He can't breathe. He's not a fish. He's an Italian man. I don't like how these guys move diagonally. Dude, turn it off. Turn it off. I said turn it off! You may be thinking, wow, Jakey, you're being kind of dramatic. Also, I love the shoes. And to that, I say, have you played Sonic 2? Have you played a game where most of the enjoyment comes from a flow state of speed-induced euphoria? All to be ruined by some purple fucking water? Because obviously a game all about speed should have a section that requires precise platforming and music so stressful that anyone in a 3-mile radius will fall down and say, help me, life alert, I need help. 2D swimming, you only got 4 directions. Up, down, left, right. Everybody knows that. But in 3D, you got up, down, left, right, forward, backward, slightly right, and diagonal. Diagonal going up, the other way. Not that, what are you doing? Sadly, a big disgusting skin tag disguised as a game mechanic that carried over from 2D to 3D is slow-ass movement. Because apparently, time is never of the evanescence. Great examples of this include, but are not limited to, the aforementioned Mount Kazai in Skies of Arcadia, where you walk around with the grace and speed of a sickly, crippled old snail. The Water Temple in Ocarina of Time, where you gotta get used to seeing the pause screen more times than you've seen your kids all year. This fucking part in Knights of the Old Republic, because nothing screams Star Wars quite like an underwater jaunt through a dimly lit asshole. But nowadays, voice acting is commonplace. It's in nearly every video game from The Legend of Zelda to The Legend of Aaron Rodgers. Talented voice actors have become crazy vital to the development process of a video game. Because when you play a game, it is trying its absolute best to convince you that these people and places and things are real, and hey man, you just care about this shit. So when fictional characters actually have unique and convincing voices, when Kratos opens his mouth and it sounds like a bunch of rare gemstones, such as jewels, were thrown into a blender.
Wait for my mark. Relax. Do not think of it as an animal.
Are you gonna be my new mom? But one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, god damn it, I love it so much, is when, for whatever reason...
Stop it, Nicole. I can't move.
Something just goes terribly wrong, and the voice acting is just abysmal.
Wow, I really can't move my body.
What did you do, Nicole?
God damn it, Nicole fucks me up. Or if the game has a bunch of little Nimrods that all sound the same.
Get me mad, and I'll prank you. And not a little, a lot.
Yeah, that's pretty damn annoying. Oh no, I slipped and I accidentally installed a mod that lets me kill the kids and I'm in jail now? Wait, what? There were a handful of years during my childhood where my parents didn't want me playing video games because they thought that they were, quote, rotting my brain. So in an attempt to prevent my God-fearing eyeballs from witnessing the horrors of Mortal Kombat, Grand Theft Auto, and fucking Kirby Air Ride, they banned video games in our household. So by the power invested in the Father, the Son, and the holy shit, I played a fuck ton of Flash games. I'm talking Miniclip. I'm talking AddictingGames.com. I'm talking CoolMathGames.com. And whenever I knew my parents weren't gonna walk into the room, anyone there? No? Okay. I'm typing out the words Newgrounds.com. Bowman, a stupid simple game that brilliantly uses the mouse to aim your bow, and you can even play this shit in versus mode. What the f? Who gives a crud if I don't have a console, Mom? Me and Ricky are playing Bowman till we die. Or whenever his mom comes to pick him up at 8:30. Obviously, whichever one comes first. The best Flash games weren't always flashy, pun intended, but were simple, stripped down, and relied mostly on just how fun the core gameplay idea could be. Like a game where you only use a single input to control a friggin' helicopter that is so goddamn addicting, Games.com, that you play it deep into your high school years because you found out it was one of the few game sites that wasn't blocked by the school's firewall. Class of 2013 Bison, let's roll. Or a game where you're a friggin' monkey throwing ninja assassin blades at a bunch of balloons. Or a game where you're launching a fucking kitten out of a cannon. Jesus Christ, this game is definitely rated R for really cool. And this isn't necessarily a sad or bad thing, because the short form, pick up and play nature of most Flash games fits the mobile platform perfectly. Here's a fun riddle for you. What's the biggest difference between Copter and Flappy Bird? Jack shit! Cannonball was a Flash game that played a key role in establishing the endless runner genre, and guess what? Cannonball plays amazing on mobile. And what's one of the most popular genres for mobile games? It's endless runner, oh my god! Do you get it yet? Hey, what's up? You kids want to buy some Captain Underpants and some fuzzy notebooks and cheat codes and some spy stuff? And Scholastic may have called it a book fair to get past the FBI, but let's be real, brother. No one gave a shit about your books. If I wanted to read some literature, I'd ask one of my 7 older siblings to throw Pride and Prejudice at my butt cheeks. Mr. Darcy, no, Mr. Bingley. It was about all the other crap, the Mad Libs, the pointer fingers, the cheat codes, the highly sought after giant Guinness Book of World Records that no one could afford. There were the I Spies and the spy gadgets, and what the fuck was up with all the spy shit? Spy gadgets, spy kids, Harriet the fucking spy, spy notebooks with secret spy compartments and invisible spy ink to write spy stuff. Lesson number 2, that there were video games for PC. Yeah, up until this point, I didn't really realize that any game other than WCW versus NWO World Tour for the N64 even existed, so fucking sue me, I dare you. I have spy gadgets. This means that long before the days of Steam and Battle.net and fucking Uplay, Jakey, don't even bother putting up a PNG of Uplay, because Uplay is the worst. No, dude, Uplay is the fucking worst. Okay, thank you. Yeah, Uplay is the fucking worst. I'm happy we can agree on something.